Me.com, Rick Green. Rick, good to see you.
Hey, Steve. Good to see you, man.
All right, so what is an assault weapon? Well, let me give you a crack at it. What is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a scary looking gun, Steve. If it's scary looking, it should be outlawed. That's pretty much the philosophy behind these folks. They have no idea how the weapons work. They don't even know how a handgun works or a magazine works. They tell us, you remember the senator in Colorado telling us a few years ago, well, once we outlaw the high capacity magazines, they'll use them up and they'll all be gone. As if you don't just reload the magazines. But same thing here, as you said, 20-something million of these. It's the most popular rifle in America. Banning these rifles does nothing. They're lying to us right now and saying that the last time they did this, it worked. Absolutely not true. When you dive into the data, it had no impact whatsoever on reducing mass murder events with an assault weapon. And actually, you look at it and you see an increase in mass murder events with other weapons. So there's no logic here. There's certainly no data to back it up. But these folks, look, they're all about making it harder for you to carry a firearm, for you to defend your family. This makes about as much sense, Steve, as, because the Chevy Suburban was the choice of the BLM-friendly mass murderer up in Wisconsin, well, then we should outlaw Chevy Suburbans, but then allow other weapons on the road. I mean, it's the same logic. These people have no idea what they're doing, but what they are doing is making it harder for us to defend our families.
Look, people are killed blunt force trauma every year, right? That happens.
That's right.
And so do you sue a hammer company? Do you go after Craftsman Tools because somebody got hit in the head with a hammer? Do you go after Chevrolet because somebody drove drunk and went through a stop sign and killed a family of four? No, you don't do that. You don't sue the car company. You hold the criminal responsible for criminal activity. It's kind of an old concept, but hold people accountable for what they do. Isn't that the way it's supposed to be?
Absolutely, man. These are the same people that believe that it's a proper legal theory to sue a gun manufacturer for making a legal gun that they sell to you legally, that you buy legally, that you store legally, and then a criminal breaks into your home, steals your gun, illegally, of course, and then goes out and commits a crime with it, illegally, of course. But they want to trace that all the way back to the gun manufacturer and blame them. That's the mentality here. I don't think the American people go along with this. They say that the American people want to ban assault weapons, but that's because of the terminology that they've fed everybody. Most people, do not agree with taking away the most popular firearm. And the thing they don't understand is what they're talking about getting rid of, in many cases, just take a basic AR-15. This is a weapon that's easy for women to use to defend themselves, for sporting, for all kinds of things, mostly for self-defense. It's also the weapon that was used by Stephen Williford to save dozens of lives in the Sutherland Springs incident. And it happens, all the time that lives are saved with these weapons, but they don't get that. And they don't care about the principle of self-defense. All they care about is political points.
To something else.
They think this is going to help them in November.
Let me point you back to something else here, Rick, and that is, for those that are old enough to remember the riots in Los Angeles in the mid-1990s, right?
Yeah.
And the Korean business owners in Koreatown in Los Angeles who stood on their rooftops.
Yes.
What did they have? AR-15s and similar. Because they said you are not going to burn down my business. You are not going to destroy my life savings. I will not be a victim by the roving mob and the crazies. And God bless them for that. And that's why the Second Amendment is what it is, to defend ourselves. Right. And this whole idea, well, it's not used for hunting. Last time I checked, the guys coming back from Lexington and Concord weren't coming home from deer camp. They're coming home from a revolution where they killed soldiers for oppressing them. Did I miss something in history class? I'll give you the last word.
Steve, you're 100% right on, man. It bugs me to no end when a Joe Biden or someone like him says you don't need 30 rounds to kill a deer and all this ridiculous stuff. It is not about hunting. The Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. We have other parts of our Constitution, our state constitutions, that protect hunting. The Second Amendment is about defending yourself in the moment, self-preservation for yourself and your family, but also defending against a tyrannical government. That's what these people either don't get, or they know that's exactly what it's there for, and that's what they want to infringe upon.
100%. Rick Green, you just come here to talk common sense. How dare you do that? Good to see you on a Monday, as always, my friend. I'll see you at CPAC maybe. There you have it.